This is a video update for the garden, June 11th, 2010. The heat hasn't really set in yet. We've had a couple days over 100, but you can see the plants are doing very well. In fact, the vines are spilling over outside of the boundaries. We have fruit. There's an example. The corn is doing well. It's got some ears. Real small at this point. In fact, the onions are being overran, nasturtiums. The trellis has a variety of different items on it. Here's the produce that was a small last time. Look up here. Looks like this is a pumpkin's turning orange. I had to put this support because it was actually pulling down on the trellis. I'm having to cut back on the vine, on the leaves of the vine, just so it doesn't overrun things like this tomato. This vine here is actually from the far side of the garden, from way over there. This tomato here is actually producing some tomatoes right here. I'm going to actually try and work it over here to the trellis. I'm in this bare spot. I'm going to train it on here. Little Tim. This is another tomato here. This is an unusual in that the tomatoes themselves aren't really round. They're kind of a unusual shape, kind of a pear. This is a tomato given to us by a friend. And here's the sunflower. If you can see that. Too bad we only have one of those. I'm not sure why. Only one turned out. The lettuce has held out very well. I'm really surprised. The heads are still developing. We'll eventually harvest this. Now the water just came on. Here's our biggest fruit hiding back there. I don't know if you can see how big that is. It's probably about a foot long. I'm thinking this is a watermelon, or it is a huge pumpkin, not sure which. Here's yet another tomato. This is a volunteer of the vine, little cherry tomato from over here. Here's some more corn. It's a little, not quite as large as the other one, because this portion of the garden doesn't get as much sun. Here's the zucchini. They're actually growing so fast we are not able to harvest them. That one's probably about 2 foot long. Need to get them when they're small, like that one back there. We got some things like carrots being overgrown, and some beets. Still have our peppers. This is pretty sure this is a pumpkin because it was in the compost. Yet some more tomatoes. This is another variety. Uh-oh, that one there looks like it's not any good. I'm going to go ahead and take it off. But this cherry tomato is something else. Look at that. The foliage is not producing as much. It's kind of dying back, but the tomatoes are just everywhere. This is a cucumber actually here growing up. Amongst that, it's growing up and actually coming across this little support. And another vine. I think this is a gourd. There's no fruit on this one here, so we're not for sure. But you can see the garden is literally overflowing I hope it keeps up that way. We've been so successful with this, we're thinking I'm putting in a smaller garden here. This is actually compost by design. This here is a compost area. When I cut leaves off, pull out weeds, I just throw them in here, and I put down straw from time to time to make it a nice walk area. And I was able to produce enough compost in the walk area to fill this small raised bed and have this left over. Actually, this is going to be the second layer. I have to go buy some more bricks to get a second layer on this one here, but I'll have just enough. And this will be a herb garden. I'm going to run some water over here. But that's the garden update for June 11th, 2010.